expect me to stay like I'm your only escape.
What's good, y'all? She gets this Erica Vane back again with another Sistas video, and in this video I'm giving you the preview to episode 17 for season 3. Y'all, this is messy. It's gonna be a good one. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the trailer starts off with Zach showing up to Danny's house, and he is listening on a phone, and he hears Fatima saying that Zach ain't I be filling his head up with a bunch of BS. And y'all, this is nothing but a big misunderstanding, because y'all know that Zach is in his I'm a ride for Fatima phase right now. Like, he is committed, he is down, he is holding this down, he got plans, he wants to move in with her, he wants to marry her, he wants to do all of the things with her. And what I think we're seeing in this scene is actually Hayden sending Zach a recording of Fatima's phone call, because we know that in episode 14 we saw Fatima and Andi talking in Andi's office, and she was like, I think that, you know, Hayden has been listening in on my phone calls. And she was like, okay, cool, so next time that you're on the phone, say some stuff that is not true, that if he hears it and he recites it or he acts on it, that will literally call him out and like, yo, I know that you're listening because I said this to nobody else but on this phone call, and I lied. So I think that that's what she chooses to do, and she says this about Zach. And you know, Hayden has been trying to get Zach out of Fatima's life, has been trying to get Zach put back into jail. So when she says this about Zach in particular, you know Hayden's antennas was going to go up. He probably recorded it and then forwarded it over to Zach like, yo, you ain't I knew you wasn't and this is over for you. Now, unfortunately, he is getting this message, or he's listening to this right before he walks into the door to go and talk to Karen, it looks like, or at least in this preview. Now, don't get me wrong, these trailers be misguided or misleading sometimes. I feel like the front of it looked like it would be Fatima's house, because if I recall back in like season 2 when he was trying to give Fatima money and Fatima put it on the door, I felt like it looked like this. But then the next scene in the trailer is that he is in Danny's apartment, so it could be Danny's apartment that he's about to walk into. Now, this is a problem if he listens to this before he walks into Danny's apartment, because in Danny's apartment is going to be the conversation with Karen, and Karen is asking him straight out in this trailer to look her in the face and say you don't love her anymore and that you don't want to be with her. And if he just overheard out of Fatima's mouth, even without the right context, if he just heard Fatima say that Zach ain't that could be something that pushes him to reject what he knows is true about Fatima and his relationship and fall back into this old pattern, or at least consider falling back into this old pattern or this old thing with Karen. And I'm like, bruh, please don't do it, because Fatima does not mean that. Fatima is all in with you. She's so much so into you that she felt the way when you called to tell her that you was actually going to be speaking to Karen, and she knows that Karen wants you back, and she's already going through her own emotional issues about that, and she's trying her best to trust you. So, oh my God, please, 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 Zach, just tell Karen that this is it, that you are moving on, that you are making a go at Fatima, which I think we have quite a few more episodes left in the season. It's 22 episodes in the season, and this is only episode 17, so we got a little bit more room before season 4. Sistas has been greenlit for a season 4, as well as Fatima, the spin-off series, will be shooting next month, and I'm going to do another video specifically about Fatima as a spin-off and what we can expect about that. So I definitely think ultimately Fatima and Zach are going to make their way back to each other, but we could see a huge hiccup in episode 17 when it comes to Karen, just because of this whole little mix-up and setup that's happening that we see in this trailer. Now, also in this trailer, we get to see Robin and Andi. Andi actually goes to dinner with Robin before he leaves, and they're talking about going upstairs. From another preview clip I saw, they actually do wind up going upstairs, so I am thinking that Andi maybe goes all the way. At this point, girl, you deserve it, because you ain't getting none from Gary. All he doing is stressing you out, and Robin is giving you all of the good feels. So sis, go ahead and just let your head down and enjoy it. I do believe that we are going to see at the top of this episode Andi walk in and see the therapist, like with her head in between Gary's crotch, because that's where it ended off with episode 16. Yeah, exactly, for their impromptu pop-up therapy session with this woman. So that's going to send Andi running right back out this dang on apartment, and, you know, probably how she ended up actually having dinner with Robin, and they might wind up actually going all the way. I'm actually here for Robin punching Gary in the face or fighting for Andi, so I'm here for that messy tea. I would love to see a little bit more razzle dazzle, something put into this whole storyline, because I am beyond over Andi and Gary as a storyline. Like, I'm beyond over it. It's ghetto. It's giving a mess. It's giving, if this was my real girlfriend, we would probably stop talking for a while, because I done told you 11 times to leave his ass alone, and your ass hasn't done it yet. So you deserve all of this suffering that you're getting, because you have had multiple outs. This man has done multiple things, and enough is enough, sis. Like, seriously, enough is enough. We get to see Rodeo actually on the ranch. He's, you know, talking to Danni in front of a little tractor, giving vibes, giving, you know, lumberjack realness, and she's all hot and bothered on the other end of the phone, asking him what he thinking about, what he doing. Danni, why can't you just commit to this man? Why can't y'all go back to what y'all was doing? You literally hit the brakes on this relationship, and now all of a sudden you want to chase him, and it's just like, Tyler, are we telling a story about the black woman who self-sabotages just to put herself in a position to do the chasing versus being chased? Because that's very, very real. But, you know, most of us are growing, learning, and we don't want that. We really don't want that, and I don't want that for Danni. Before the trailer ends, we get to see Calvin and Sabrina, who are, you know, talking about all of what this woman that Calvin slept with does in bed, and Sabrina looks like her mind is completely blown. And my thing is, Calvin, if it's only about the sex, then why don't you just go ahead and be with this little trollop? Why don't you just go ahead and make that happen? Why are you pursuing Sabrina anyway? And if the sex is this important, why you wanted Sabrina to commit to you and for y'all to be exclusive? So would you give it up then? Would you not be sleeping with this girl then? Because right now it's giving sex addict. It's giving the sex is becoming way more important than it has ever been. This has never really even been a part of your storyline or MO. And I'm annoyed by it. I get that we're about to explore this whole thing, and maybe Sabrina's going to try some new things in the bedroom in reference to trying to please Calvin. But girl, don't be trying on new things in the bedroom if you're not even willing to commit to him and be exclusive. It's like, for what? You're trying to please him or trying to give him what he needs, and you don't even think that you're gonna be with him long term. For why, sis? Get yours and get gone. And I said what I said. Y'all can discuss it in the comment section down below. That's the preview for episode 17 of season 3 of Sistas. Y'all, I'm very, very excited for this episode. Hayden is causing some mess. I'm looking forward to seeing Fatima go through one of their, I think it's going to be one of their first fights, because Fatima's going to have to answer for the things that Zach heard and explain it to him. And Zach can be a little bit of a hothead sometimes and make rash decisions. So I'm very much so interested in seeing how they work it out, but I do know that they will work it out. Let me know your comments in the comment section down below. Before you leave, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications, and join the tribe. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.